Hello. Good morning, students. In last period, we have seen the Gibbs free energy equation. That is, delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. In this equation, the Gibbs free energy change delta G depend upon delta H and delta S. The value of delta G is negative, the reaction is spontaneous. The value of delta G is positive, the reaction is non-spontaneous. And if delta G is equal to 0, the reaction is at equilibrium. The value of delta G depends upon delta H and delta S. But whatever may be the value of delta H and delta S, the value of delta G is actually depend upon the key factor temperature. Therefore, to calculate the value of delta G, the key factor is temperature. Therefore, our next subtopic is factors affecting on spontaneity of reaction. Here, the factors are delta H, delta S and temperature. And temperature is the key factor. Here, in a different column, the value of delta H, delta S and delta G are given. From the value of delta H, delta S and temperature, we can decide whether the reaction is spontaneous or non-spontaneous. Consider here number 1, delta H is negative and delta S is positive and the value of delta G is negative. Put the values. Delta H is negative, delta S is positive, but positive into negative, it gives negative. Negative, negative, it is negative. That is, the delta G is negative. If delta G is negative, the reaction is spontaneous at all temperature. Here, whatever may be the temperature may be low or may be high, delta G is negative, the reaction is spontaneous at all temperature. Then second, delta H is positive, delta S is negative. Here negative into negative positive. Therefore, positive, positive, delta G is positive. And if delta G is positive, the reaction is non-spontaneous at all temperature. Then third, delta H is negative, delta S is also negative, negative into negative, it is positive. And our answer is negative. Here, delta G must be negative. And when it is negative, delta must be greater and T into delta S must be lower. When it is lower, the temperature must be low. Here, temperature must be low. Then and then this product is lower. And if this product is lower, the value of delta G is negative. Therefore, the reaction is spontaneous at low temperature. Then fourth number, delta H is negative, delta S is also negative, negative into negative positive. And our answer is delta G is positive. When it is positive, delta H is negative, the product of T into delta S is positive, this product must be greater than delta H, then delta G is positive. And this product is greater than at high temperature. Therefore, the reaction is non-spontaneous at high temperature. Then fifth, delta G is positive, delta S is positive, positive into negative, negative, our answer is positive. When this answer is positive, this product must be less than delta H. And this product must be less than when the temperature is lower. Therefore, the delta G is positive. The reaction is non-spontaneous at low temperature. And last 6 number, delta H is positive. Delta S is positive. Positive into negative, negative. But our answer is negative. When delta G is negative, this product must be greater than delta H. And when this product is greater than delta S, when temperature is high. And when temperature is high, the reaction is non-spontaneous at high temperature. This is the effect of delta H, delta S and temperature on the spontaneity of a reaction. Then we see the temperature of equilibrium. Equilibrium temperature. At equilibrium, the process is balanced between spontaneous and non-spontaneous behavior. Means if delta G is equal to 0, the process is at equilibrium. Means at equilibrium, the process may be spontaneous or may be non-spontaneous. Therefore, the process is balanced in between spontaneous and non-spontaneous behavior. Hence, the process is neither spontaneous nor non-spontaneous. Thus, at equilibrium, delta G is equal to 0. That is, delta G is equal to, here delta G is 0, means 0 is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. That is, delta H is equal to 2 into delta S. Or therefore, T is equal to delta H upon delta S. T is the temperature at which the change between spontaneous and non-spontaneous behavior occurs. That temperature is called as equilibrium temperature. Then we see the relation between standard free energy change delta G0 and equilibrium constant K. Equilibrium constant K we have studied in 11th science, that is in the ionic equilibrium. Equilibrium constant K. All the reactants and products in the reaction may not be in their standard state. Means certain reactants and products are in standard state and some are not in standard state. Means the substances are may be in their standard state or may not be in their standard state. Hence, the change in Gibbs energy delta G of the reaction is related with the standard Gibbs free energy change, that is the delta G0 by the equation. आता इथं डेल्टा जी आणि डेल्टा G0 का आला? हा डेल्टा जी म्हणजे ते रिएक्टंट आणि प्रॉडक्ट स्टँडर्ड स्टेट मध्ये नाही आहेत आणि डेल्टा G0 म्हणजे रिएक्टंट आणि प्रॉडक्ट स्टँडर्ड स्टेट मध्ये आहेत. मग अशा रिएक्शन मध्ये डेल्टा जी आणि डेल्टा G0 एकमेकाशी रिलेट केलेले आहेत बाय द इक्वेशन डेल्टा G इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा G0 प्लस RT/LNQ. Equation number 1, where delta G0 is the standard Gibbs free energy change and Q is the reaction quotient. This Q is the reaction quotient before attaining the equilibrium, not at equilibrium, before attaining the equilibrium. That is called as reaction quotient Q and represented by the symbol Q. Consider the example, general example, reaction A of A plus B of B equilibrium with C of C plus D of D. Small ab are the coefficients of reactant and small cd coefficients of product. Before attaining the equilibrium, the reaction quotient Q is equal to concentration of C raised to C into concentration of D raised to D divided by concentration of A raised to A into concentration of B raised to B. This Q is in terms of the reactant and products are in a liquid state. Therefore, molar concentration is considered, that is also called as QC. Or instead of product and reactant are in gaseous state, instead of QC, we consider here Kp. That is partial pressure constant. Kp is equal to partial pressure of C raised to C into partial pressure of B raised to B upon partial pressure of A raised to A into partial pressure of B raised to B. हे 11वी सायन्सला तुम्हाला झालेलं आहे स्टेट्स ऑफ मॅटर मध्ये. Here the values of concentration, these concentrations or these partial pressures are the values other than equilibrium value. Because this reaction quotient or partial pressures are before attaining the equilibrium, not at equilibrium. Therefore, the values of QC or Kp are other than the values of equilibrium. When the reaction reaches at equilibrium, when this reaction reaches at equilibrium, Q is equal to K. At equilibrium, delta G is equal to 0. Therefore, from equation first, where is equation first? Equation first, क्या है equation first? Delta G is equal to delta G0 plus RT ln K. In this equation, delta G is 0. Therefore, 0 is equal to delta G0 plus RT ln K. Or delta G0 is equal to minus RT ln K. Remove this ln by log to the base 10 multiply by factor 2.303. Therefore, delta G0 is equal to minus 2.303 into RT into log of K to the base 10, where K is equilibrium constant and delta G0 is the standard free energy change. This is the relation between standard free energy change and equilibrium constant K. Then we see the last unit of this topic, third law of thermodynamics. We have seen first law of thermodynamics, different 5 statements of first law of thermodynamics. Then we have seen the second law of thermodynamics. There are 2 statements of second law of thermodynamics. And then we see the third law of thermodynamics. The statement of third law of thermodynamics is the entropy of a perfectly ordered crystalline substance is 0 at absolute 0 temperature. The entropy of a perfectly ordered pure crystalline substance is 0 at absolute 0 temperature. Absolute 0 temperature means 0 Kelvin temperature. If the substance is perfectly ordered crystalline substance, its molecules are not free to move from one place to another place. Its entropy is 0 at absolute 0 temperature. For perfectly ordered crystalline substance, S is equal to 0 at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. This is the statement of third law of thermodynamics. Then we see the statement of residual entropy of the substance. Residual entropy of the substance is not perfectly ordered. If it contains some impurities or its molecules show orientation. The perfectly ordered crystallines, if it contains impurities, the molecules are free to move. Therefore, its entropy is not 0 at absolute 0 temperature. In this case, entropy is greater than 0 at temperature T is equal to 0 Kelvin. Due to disorder is called as residual entropy. Means here S is greater than 0 at 0 Kelvin temperature. Why S is greater than 0 in the perfectly ordered crystalline substance? If there are impurities or if there are disorders are present, the molecules are free to move and its entropy is greater than 0 at 0 Kelvin temperature. This entropy is called as residual entropy. Then we see the importance of third law of thermodynamics. There are three different importance of third law of thermodynamics. The entropies of solid, liquid and gases can be determined at a different interval of temperature from the third law of thermodynamics. That is the importance of third law of thermodynamics. Importance of third law of thermodynamics. What is the importance of third law of thermodynamics? The absolute entropy of substance either in solid, liquid or a gaseous state can be determined from the third law of thermodynamics. The absolute entropy. The absolute entropy of a substance either in solid, liquid or gaseous state can be determined from third law of thermodynamics. First, we see for solid. For solid, if it is perfectly ordered crystalline pure substance, perfectly ordered pure crystalline substance at 0 Kelvin. S is equal to 0 at T is equal to 0 K. But as temperature increases, its entropy also increases. At temperature T Kelvin. Therefore, the entropy is ST. The change in entropy delta S is equal to ST minus S0. But at 0 Kelvin, S0 is equal to 0. Therefore, delta S is equal to ST. And ST is the entropy of perfectly ordered crystalline substance at a temperature T Kelvin. And temperature T Kelvin is the greater than 0 Kelvin temperature. This entropy of solid substance at a T Kelvin temperature is determined by measuring heat capacity of solid at a different temperature. ST, entropy of solid substance can be determined by measuring heat capacity at different temperatures. Entropy at a temperature T, entropy of a solid substance can be determined by measuring heat capacity at a different temperature. That is, delta S is equal to St is equal to integration of temperature 0 to T Cp into dt upon T. Cp is the molar heat capacity at constant temperature. At constant pressure. Molar heat capacity at constant pressure, the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a substance by 1 degree Celsius or by 1 Kelvin at constant pressure, that is called as molar heat capacity at constant temperature. आता हा Cp into dt upon T कुठून आला? हा तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की डेल्टा S is equal to delta H upon T, and we know that delta H is equal to Q. Therefore, delta S is equal to Q upon T, and we know that Cp is equal to Qp into delta T. Therefore, Qp is equal to Cp upon delta T. Qp here, delta S is equal to Q upon T, and Qp is equal to Cp into delta T. Qp is the amount of heat absorbed by system at constant pressure is equal to Cp into delta T. Here the value of delta S is equal to delta H upon T, delta H is equal to Qp, and Qp is equal to Cp into delta T. Therefore, Cp into delta T upon T. By taking the integration, delta S is equal to St is equal to 2.303 into Cp into log of T to the base 10. From this equation, we can determine the delta S or St at a different temperature. Similarly, absolute entropy of gases and liquids can be determined by measuring the heat capacity at a different temperature. Means for solids, for liquids, and for gases, we can determine the entropy of different state of substance by measuring the heat capacities at a different temperature. These are the three importances of third law of thermodynamics. Then we see the standard molar entropy. What is the standard molar entropy? Or define standard molar entropy, and on that standard molar entropy there is a last question, that is usefulness of the standard molar entropy. First we see the statement of standard molar entropy. Define standard molar entropy. Standard molar entropy, which is represented by symbol S0. The standard molar entropy is defined as the absolute entropy of 1 mole of a pure substance at 1 atm pressure and 298 Kelvin temperature is called as standard molar entropy. Standard means something about it known, or standard condition, and the standard condition is 1 atm pressure and 298 Kelvin temperature. At 1 atm pressure and 298 Kelvin temperature, the absolute entropy of 1 mole of substance is called as standard molar entropy. The absolute entropy of 1 mole of substance, the absolute entropy of 1 mole of a pure substance substance at 1 atm. Pressure at 298 Kelvin temperature is called as standard molar entropy. The absolute entropy of 1 mole of a pure substance at 1 atm pressure and 298 K temperature is called as standard molar entropy. Usefulness of S0, that is standard molar entropy. There are 5 different uses of standard molar entropy. Number 1, it is useful to compare the entropies of different substances under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. It is useful to compare standard molar entropies of different substances under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. That is, standard molar entropy S0 of complex substance is greater than the simple substance. For example, here S0 of CH3COOH, its value is 160 Joule per Kelvin mole, greater than S0 of CH3OH, its value is 127 Joule per Kelvin mole. Here CH3COOH is more complex. More complex means which contains large atoms as compared to CH3COH. Therefore, we can compare the standard molar entropies of different substances under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. Second, S0 values of heavier substances are larger. S0 values of heavier substance are larger than the lighter substances. Example here, S0 of iodine. S0 of iodine gas, that is its value is 180.7 Joule per Kelvin, greater than S0 of fluorine gas, its value is 158.6 Joule per Kelvin. Here, iodine is heavier than the fluorine. Iodine is 131 gram and fluorine is 19 gram. Heavier substance, its entropy, standard molar entropy is higher, and lighter substance, its standard molar entropy is lower. Third, to calculate delta S0 of reaction. To calculate delta S0 of reaction. How S0 is useful to calculate delta S0 of reaction. Consider the general example of reaction. General example of reaction, A of A plus B of B converted into C of C plus D of D. This is the general example of a reaction. Here, the delta S0 of reaction is equal to summation of n into delta n into S0 of product minus summation of m into S0 of reactant, where m and n are the coefficients of reactant and product. Apply this equation for this general example. Delta S0 of reaction is equal to C into H of C plus D into H of D. Sorry, S0 of S and D into S0 of D minus A into S0 of A plus B into S0 of B. If we know the standard molar entropies of reactant and product, we can determine the change in standard molar entropy of the reactant. 4. The standard molar entropy of solids are greater than the standard molar entropy of liquid. That is, delta S0 of solid is greater than delta S0 of liquid. If we know the S0 values of solid and liquid for same substance, we compare their values. That is, the delta S0 of solid is greater than delta S0 of liquid. And say delta S0 of liquid is greater than delta S0 of gases. Means delta S0 value of liquid is greater than the delta S0 value of gases. Theoretically, chemical thermodynamics हा chapter इथं संपलेला आहे. We will stop here and in next period we will see the unsolved numericals. मग जेव्हा तुम्ही आता याच्या पुढचा लेक्चर अटेंड कराल त्यावेळेस NCERTचं टेक्स्टबुक समोर घेऊन बसायचं. मी ज्यावेळेस बोर्डवरती NCERT मधले अनसॉल्व्ड प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करल त्यावेळेस तुमच्या समोर टेक्स्टबुक पाहिजे, तेव्हा तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह केलेला न्यूमरिकल कळेल. गुड डे.